Nothing prepares you for a cancer diagnosis. Almost a year ago this December, I learned that the lump that I felt that was initially dismissed as calcification and dense tissue was in fact cancer. I had seen a doctor in April and May, but insurance denied the MRI that he ordered, and the doctor told me he didn't think it was cancer. So I apologized for wasting his time, feeling like I was making a big deal out of nothing, and went home and continued to feel this lump grow. Nearly 6 months later, I was getting ready to get in the shower before Thanksgiving, and I caught a glimpse of my now inverted nipple in the mirror, and I knew that it was time for a second opinion, because no matter what this was, it wasn't normal, and I was going to get some answers. Under the care of my new doctor, I had a repeat ultrasound and mammogram, and finally the MRI, which lit up like a Christmas tree, and a biopsy was ordered. The Monday before my biopsy, I was laid off from my job as a senior executive in human resources and the sole income for myself and my 2 high school children. 9 days after losing my job, I got my results. Every sample from my lump and lymph nodes was positive. Every single one. I was scared, in shock, and began a journey that felt like I was a spectator in someone else's lives. Doctor's appointments days before Christmas, genetic testing, more labs drawn, and learning that my non-mass tumor was 7 by 3 by 6 centimeters, and anything over 5 centimeters required neoadjuvant chemotherapy before having surgery in an attempt to shrink or kill the cancer. After all the testing and labs, I told my loved ones I had stage 3 invasive ductal carcinoma. It sounded like I was talking about somebody else. 2 people in my life, my boyfriend's sister, and my friend who I had met over 20 years ago on day 1 of honors English in college, told me about PRG. I easily navigated the website and took the form to my next appointment with my medical oncologist. Immediately after returning the form via email, I was welcomed with open arms into the most loving and supportive group I never wanted to join. Jan reached out to me and connected me with my mentor, Christy, who can not only help answer questions and share her experiences, but periodically checked in on me and has continued to reinforce that truly no one travels this road alone. I started losing my hair 12 days after my first dose of AC, and by day 14, I had clippers in my hands and buzzed it. I felt empowered. I sent a photo to Christy. She affirmed that I was a badass, told me to get some bamboo caps, and to keep fighting. I got mouth sores, lost my eyebrows and eyelashes, had a blood transfusion, had a hand and foot syndrome so bad that I couldn't walk or even put weight on my feet. But I got through it all, and I never felt alone. I even came home from treatment and found a package on my doorstep. A sorority from the University of Dayton had made a card for me and given me some little trinkets of PRG love. I attended an event at the PRG office in Dayton where a surgeon came in and gave an unfiltered account of the ins and outs of reconstruction surgery options to remove the uncertainty and unknown of what was to come. But the support didn't stop there. As Jan mentioned, PRG loves on survivors in another way of sending them cleaning supplies in a lightweight vacuum for a clean environment to heal. When I first received it, I didn't fully understand how much I was going to appreciate it until I was a few weeks into treatment and my strength and stamina were so weakened by my low blood counts that it was the only way that I could vacuum my condo. And this again was a blessing after my bilateral mastectomy when I had 0 arm or chest muscle strength or stamina. PRG also sends meals to your home. When I was going through chemo, I didn't have much of an appetite at all. But for my kids and loved ones that came to help, they could easily heat up a meal from my fridge, and I didn't have to worry about anything else and just focus on my healing. I attended my first Survivor Celebration event 2 days before my mastectomy was scheduled in July, and I felt so loved and made more connections with women who were at varying phases in their battle, most recently sharing a proactive remedy for keeping your skin conditioned during radiation, which is my next chapter. Even as I now face radiation and then another surgery, I know that I have the love and support of this community, and I can now pay it forward and give back by being a mentor to another woman who receives that diagnosis that stops her in her tracks. And thanks to PRG, I'll be there for her, and she'll know she's not alone.